This example ups the ante a little bit. So we've had something that was like y over 4, and then we've had another one that was like 3y. Well, now we have 3/4 y with this fraction out in front. The key thing to remember here is when we're solving equations, our goal is to have 1y equals some value that we're looking for. We don't know what this is, but that's our goal, and have that in mind. So what we need to be able to do is take this 3/4 and change our 3/4 into a 1. So this is the piece we've got to know right now, is we have to know that 3/4 times 4/3 equals 1. And how we get to that is use the multiplication of a reciprocal. If I have 3/4 and I multiply it by its own reciprocal, I will always get a product of 1. So in that case, what we want to be able to do is come over to this side of the fraction and use our multiplication property. Say, if I multiply the left-hand side of this equation by 4/3 and multiply this side by 4/3, I'm going to have a really good thing happen to me over here on this side, because 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12, so I'll get 12 over 12 times y, otherwise known as just 1y. These things all reduce out. So I get y equals this value here, and I can make it somewhat easy on myself by taking the 3 and the 12 and make that a 4, so I end up with a final answer of 16. Now, what someone may have wanted to do is to put this over 1 so that we make sure 12's on top and the 3's on bottom, and that's who's reducing. I'm reducing the 12 with the 3 because I reduce across the fraction bar. So I end up with y equals 16. Same thing over here. Our goal is a positive 1x. So if I have negative 3/5 x, what I want to do is come along and multiply both sides by a negative 3/5. Now, I've got a little bit out of order here, so if I wanted to actually show really what I'm doing here, I'm taking I'm sorry, this was all wrong. I don't want to multiply by negative 3/5, I want to multiply by 5/3, because the 5/3 is actually going to be the reciprocal that's going to create the fraction of 1. So we're taking a negative 5/3 and multiply by a negative 3/5 that I had a minute ago, x, and that's going to end up being what we get here. Negative 5/3 times a negative 3/5. Well, the negative times the negative takes care of itself and makes a positive. The 5's each reduce and the 3's reduce, giving me an x on the left. Now I've got to clean house, because if I'm willing to multiply this side of the equation by negative 5/3, I have to multiply this side of the equation by the same value. So again, using my fraction reducing powers, I'm going to take 5 over 3 times 3 over 3 over 1 if I want to show lots of work. Those two 3's will reduce, ending up with a negative as being my final answer once I take this 3 and reduce it with that 3. So I get x equals a negative 15.